Hi everyone, this is Eldad Amara with part 2 to this video, talking about food and how food can affect our energy, how food can affect our emotions. Now, I'm not going to go back over all. I'm not going to go back over all what I've just said in my past video. It's for you to go back and for you to have a look at that video. Now, listen, there's certain things that we're eating, man. We have to question it. Is this really food that we're eating? We got something called aspartame, which is artificial sugar. Aspartame, go and look up aspartame. It is not a natural sugar. It is unnatural. Now, sometimes you find this in Diet Coke and Diet Pepsis and other drinks such as that. But it's been linked to certain types of illnesses. It's been linked to certain types of illnesses. Now, I don't know whether it's aspartame or something that's actually in some chemical in the aspartame, okay? But it's not got very good reviews about it, yeah? There's a ancient poet by the name of Juvenal, a Roman poet, and he turned around and said, give the people bread and circuses. Give the people bread and circuses. Why? Because if you give people bread and circuses, get them distracted, you could be doing something else over here whilst they're doing something over there, right? Keeping people distracted, keeping people off of things that you are actually planning. The food industry, right? The drug industry. Why are they putting these things into the foods? These artificial preservatives, these artificial things such as emulsifiers, yeah? And coloring. Why are they putting these things into the food? They say it's for shelf life and also for what other reason besides shelf life? To give the food a more attractive appearance. But we're eating these foods. We're eating these foods and we're consuming them. We don't know what the long-term effect's going to be on our health. And if you've got children or you're planning to have children, the long-term effect that it might have on their health also. So we got to be mindful. We got to be diligent. We have got to use our own sound right reasoning and look at the things that we're putting into our bodies. Some of these things are not foods. Some of these things, as I say again, they're not foods. Emulsifiers, right? That's another thing they put in foods such as burgers. But what is emulsifier, right? It's some kind of chemical which is used to bond paint, yeah? To bond, oil and water together, because oil and water do not naturally mix. They do not naturally mix. But you've got them in things such as your burgers, yeah, and other foods. What long-term effect is that going to have on our health and on our children's health? Now, there's a famous guy and his name was Imhotep, a famous ancient Egyptian physician, and his name was Imhotep. He was also a scientist, yeah? Now, he said, let your medicine be your food and let your food be your medicine. Let your medicine be your food and your food be your medicine. If you're eating the right things, you don't need to have no vitamin B. You don't need to have no supplements in your food, because every single thing that is in your food that you're eating should be there to help you, should be there to preserve your life, should be there for good health. You should have all your zinc, your irons, and all your other vitamins and minerals in the food that you're eating. You don't need to have these supplements if you're eating the right things. But now, in this society now, we don't even know half the things that are going into our food. and what the long-term effects are going to be. I used an example earlier on in my other video. That's Coke and heroin. All right, a person who takes Coke and heroin, what is the long-term effects on their children? If they have children, what's going to be the long-term effect for them? Okay, just like food, what is going to be the long-term effect on people who eat certain types of food and don't know what they're eating? In Jamaica, there's a woman, allegedly, she's 142 years of age, and her name is Mama Lily. Mama Lily. Now, she eats herbal foods, natural foods, organic foods, and she's 142 years of age. Apparently, I don't know if it's true, apparently, but you need to go check out the information for yourself also. Anyway, this woman, she's from Jamaica, 142 years of age, right? And she uses herbs and the sun cycle in order to keep herself healthy and to keep herself well. So she's had quite a long longevity of life, 142 years of age. That's almost a century and a half. Now, she hasn't been touching all this artificial food, these emulsifiers, these artificial sweeteners and preservatives. She eats natural food. She eats natural food. And she's managed to live so long, and she's got children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. There's another black woman from America, and she's about 75 years of age. And the woman, if you see her, remarkable, absolutely remarkable. She only looks about 30, 35 years of age. Really good skin, yeah? Really, really good skin and good coloring. No wrinkles, nothing on her. And you know what? She eats raw vegetables. She don't eat cooked foods at all. She eats natural, raw vegetables. Now, it was around about 1970 when her husband opened up some store selling meats. Again, apparently. But she decided that she didn't want to eat any meat, and she went on to start to eat. And she went on to eat raw foods, raw vegetables, yeah, uncooked. And you know what? You need to see this woman. She looks absolutely remarkable for her age. There's a guy also called Dr. Sebi. I think you need to go and check him out as well. Dr. Sebi, right? Died in, I think it's 2016, around about that time, mysteriously. But he said that we got electric bodies. As human beings, we got electric bodies, so we need electric foods. Okay? And the types of foods he was saying that we need to eat as alkaline foods, right? As opposed to acidic foods. Because acidic foods cause things such as arthritis, bronchitis, high blood pressure, yeah, sugar diabetes, and all of those kinds of things. I'm trying to find the sheet. Some of the things that he recommended that we should be eating in terms of our alkaline diet, okay, are things such as bell peppers, coyote, cucumbers, kale, lettuce, okra, onions, squash, turnips, greens, eggplant, zucchini, fruits, berries, apples, bananas, dates, figs, grapes, limes, mango, and herbs such as bay leaves, okay, basil, cayenne, cloves, sea salt, and thyme. So he recommended an alkaline diet as opposed to an acidic diet. You have something which is called a pH scale, which goes from 0 to 14, and from 7 going down to 0 is acidic foods. Anything from 8 or 8.5 going upwards is alkaline foods. Now, alkaline foods help to stop things such as arthritis, sugar diabetes, and other illnesses such as these. Right? Alkaline diet also has been found to help cancer, and I believe alkaline diets are supposed to be really good in terms of helping with certain types of cancers. Now, again, alkaline diets, eating organic food as opposed to inorganic food. You got to be so careful of the things that we're putting in our bodies. In my earlier video, I talked about things such as Emulsifier 4. Okay, I'm not going to go over that again. I talked also about something called hemoglobin. I want you to go and check these two things. Emulsifier is spelled EMULSIFIER. Okay, Emulsifier 4. And go and check out something else called hemoglobin, which is LEGHEMOGLOBIN. Okay, I'm not going to give you information about these two things because I want you to go and check it for yourself. Go and check it out for yourself. It's time for us people to wake up. What we put in our bodies affects us mentally, physically, and spiritually. Okay? It's for us to use our own due diligence. To use our own due diligence and watch what we're putting into our bodies. There's also something else I want you to check out, which is called riboflavin. Riboflavin, which is RIBOFLAVIN. Riboflavin, which is also known as vitamin B. Okay, I want you to check out something else called sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Okay, sodium sulfate. SODIUMSULFATE. Sodium sulfate. That's another thing I want you to go check out. And there was one last thing. I can find the paper, because my notes are all over the place. I cannot find it now. So I'm giving you all this information, people. But it's for you also to go out and do your own research. I always say, please don't believe anything that I'm saying to you. At least without checking it out for yourself first. Do your own research. Use your own powers of discernment. Use sound right reasoning. There's something else I want you to check out, which is called chlorate. Chlorate. And that's CHLORATE. Okay? Chlorite. It's found in some Coca-Cola drinks. And some European countries removed this chloride. Anyway, this is Amara with another video. And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Eldad Amara.